Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister-Wise Gossip. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kyle Richards defends getting an alleged animal abuser's face. RAOBH star Kyle Richards is defending getting in an alleged animal abuser's face. She had previously been in an altercation, which was captured by paparazzi. Now she is diving deeper into what happened on that day. Keep reading for more details. Kyle Richards defends getting an alleged animal abuser's face. For many years, RHOBA fans were tired of Kyle Richards just getting run over by her co-stars, especially regarding Lisa Vanderpump. LVP had a very conditional relationship with Kyle, and that irked fans. Yet, they also loved watching their adventures. Eventually, Kyle stood up for what was right, and in season 14, she came out in full force. She was teased for having a bulging vein in her forehead when she snapped back at Dorit Kemsley. Viewers could not believe that was the same Kyle that they had seen for years flipping out on her former best friend. Then she got into an altercation with someone on the street, and her followers were very confused. Allegedly, there was a lot that cameras did not capture when she confronted the woman. Kyle claimed that she saw the lady dragging her dog across the street, therefore, she was triggered. On Monday, April 28th, Kyle opened up about that fateful day when she was caught in the act of aggression. She had confronted a woman, and that did not work out well, leading to a near fistfight. The lady in question was not happy about Kyle coming for her and made that clear. The RAOBA showed the lady being cruel to her pup. She crossed over to tell her she needed to stop. This was a detail cameras failed to capture, so it just looked like she was being combative. It was also suggested that Kyle Richards put her good friend, Teddy Mellencamp, in front of her. However, Kyle is disputing this, stating that it was not the case whatsoever. RHOBA Kyle and her dogs. The one thing that RHOBA fans know is that Kyle Richards loves her furry friends. She has amassed a decent amount of pups, and they have been a presence on the hit Bravo reality series. Fans have loved watching her with her animals, so it makes sense that she would want to stop any cruelty that she saw. When the dog confrontation first occurred, followers were not thrilled with Kyle. It was not so much that she got into a confrontation, but more that she was with Teddy Mellencamp, who's battling cancer. Of course, some RHOBA fans were really proud of Kyle Richards for doing what was right. Then again, others thought she should have been hit by the lady she confronted. Kyle Richards has never been one to bite her tongue, but even her most passionate critics were stunned when the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star was spotted in a fiery confrontation with a man accused of animal abuse outside a high-end Malibu pet boutique. Eyewitness videos went viral within hours, showing the Bravo star standing toe-to-toe with the man, clearly emotional, her voice rising as she pointed toward a trembling puppy in his arms. Now, in a new exclusive interview, Kyle is sitting the record straight and standing her ground. "I wasn't looking for drama. I was defending the voiceless. I didn't go there expecting to get into a shouting match," Kyle says, seated on a shaded patio at her Encino estate, still visibly shaken days after the altercation. Dressed in a simple white tee and jeans, her signature glam noticeably toned down, Kyle reflects on the moment she says pushed her over the edge. The incident took place outside the Posh Paw, a local boutique known for its upscale grooming services. Kyle had stopped by to drop off her own rescue dog, Storm, when she noticed the small crowd gathered near the parking lot. "There was this man being really rough with a little French bulldog puppy," she explains, her eyes misting, yanking it, shouting at it. "People were staring, but no one was doing anything. I walked up thinking maybe he just didn't know how to handle the dog. But then I saw the fear in that puppy's eyes, and I lost it." Kyle admits she didn't recognize the man initially, but soon learned he had been accused of multiple counts of animal cruelty in the past, allegedly running an illegal breeding operation under investigation by county officials. "I didn't care who he was. I didn't care if I was being filmed. That little dog was shaking in his hands like it had lived through hell, she says, voice rising again with emotion. So yeah, I got in his face. I told him exactly what I thought. Fans divided, celebs weigh in. In the clip, Kyle can be heard yelling, "You don't deserve that animal. You should be ashamed of yourself." As bystanders try to intervene, the man, who remains unnamed for legal reasons, can be heard telling Kyle to mind your own business and threatening to sue her for defamation. Social media exploded. While some fans applauded Kyle's boldness, others accused her of overstepping boundaries or worse, using the situation for attention. She always finds a way to center herself in drama. One critic tweeted, "This isn't advocacy, it's performative outrage." But Kyle bristles at the suggestion. There was no camera crew, no glam squad, just me, a leash in my hand, and a man hurting a defenseless animal, she says. If that's performative, then I'll perform every day of the week. Her friends quickly came to her defense. Lisa Vanderpump, a fellow animal advocate and longtime frenemy, posted, "I may not always agree with Kyle, but she did the right thing here." Bravo! Lisa Rinna added, "When it comes to animals, there are no sides, just right and wrong." This isn't just a moment, it's a movement. In the days since the confrontation, Kyle has used her platform to spotlight the broader issue of unregulated backyard breeders and the lack of enforcement surrounding animal abuse reports. "I've always loved animals, but this was a wake-up call," she says. "There are thousands of animals suffering in silence. If I can bring even a sliver of attention to that, then getting screamed at in a parking lot was worth it." She's already in talks with the Vanderpump Dog Foundation and SPCA to launch a joint campaign focused on tougher legislation and public education. People need to know the signs of abuse and where to report it. More importantly, they need to know that silence is complicity. Mauricio reacts and family impact. Kyle admits that the confrontation was tough on her daughters, especially Portia, who saw some of the backlash online. "She asked me, 'Mom, are you in trouble?' And I had to sit her down and explain that standing up for what's right isn't always popular." Her estranged husband Mauricio Umansky, despite their recent rocky chapter, reportedly reached out after seeing the video. "He told me he was proud of me," Kyle says with a soft smile. "Even though we're figuring things out, he's always supported me being passionate about causes I care about. No regrets, even with legal threats looming." As for potential legal repercussions, Kyle remains unfazed. "He can threaten to sue me all he wants. I didn't lay a hand on him. I used my voice, and I'll do it again." She adds that she's retained legal counsel just in case, but she's more focused on turning this into something positive. "This isn't about me. It's about that puppy and the ones no one sees behind closed doors." The aftermath. A dog saved? In a twist of poetic justice, the man returned to the Posh Paw the next day and handed the puppy over to staff, reportedly claiming it wasn't worth the trouble. The boutique owner contacted local rescue organizations, and the dog is now safe in foster care, undergoing medical evaluation. Kyle, upon hearing the news, was overcome with relief. "That little one has a second chance. That's all I wanted." Though she's not adopting the puppy herself, store would get too jealous, she laughs. She's vowed to pay for its vet care and training costs. "It's the least I can do." Final word, this is the hill I'll die on. In a world where celebrity causes often feel fleeting, Kyle Richards seems resolute in making this moment count. "I know I've made mistakes. I know people will question my motives. But when it comes to animals, there's no gray area. If using my platform means one less animal suffers, then bring on the criticism," she says. Pausing to sip her tea, Kyle looks out at the dogs playing in her yard before adding, "I've been called dramatic for less. But if caring this much makes me dramatic, then fine. I'll be the drama. Just don't expect me to shut up."